What's going on, everybody? How's it going? So listen, Greg Thorne, G&J Financial Services. It's been a while. I've been in the trenches. You know, I'm always at the trap. I'm in the trap now. Been getting a lot of calls the last few days and last few weeks about this mortgage default payment. Should I pay it? Things is tough. What should I do? And I really didn't know what to say to them because that's not my lane. You know, I try to stay in my lane. So I reached out to a great friend of mine, Rachel Diggs, who's been doing this for 20 plus years. And when I tell you, this sister is she's not no mortgage loan underwriter, none of that. This sister has been in the business for 20 plus years and has been doing it from the operational standpoint of it. She can tell you that better than I can tell you. But let me just say what we're going to do. We're going to take the next 20 minutes and we're going to talk to you guys about what it takes, what to do. If you never had a mortgage before, what qualifications you're going to need. If you are in some trouble and you don't know what to do in terms of getting a deferment with your mortgage, or should I pay, should I not pay, you're going to learn today what to do. Get a pen and paper because you're going to get some real good information for the next 30 minutes. Again, Rachel Diggs, can you tell them a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, my name is Rachel Diggs. I've been in the mortgage business for over 20 years. I currently sit at a major mortgage company as the Vice President of Operations. When I say operations, that means processing, underwriting, closing, and opening, and there's a compliance department that reports into me. That is huge. So from the beginning of your loan, from the time your loan application is taken, you sign your disclosures until you sign your paperwork. I am in charge of that whole process and all of the people that report in under that. Yes.
So you're saying you're the person that says yay or nay when it's time for someone to really get their mortgage finalized.
Yes, and the people that make those decisions, they report into me. So I want to make that clear. Like, there are underwriters, there are processors. I am their boss's boss.
Well, you can't get no more bossy than that. That is it, guys. All right. So, Rachel, I want to answer some questions for the people because I know the people have been really, really confused. I've been a little bit confused with some of the stuff that's going on because they're changing rules every single day. So let's talk about one of the biggies, credit score. Mm-hmm. Have they really changed the credit score models? I know a few months back we were doing credit scores at 580, 590, 600. 620 was the rule. But now I'm hearing different. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, 640. And we're not a credit score driven industry anymore. I want to make that clear. You need a minimum credit score to get a mortgage. But if you don't have the credit history behind that credit score, we cannot get you financed. I mean, there's a lot of things that I see on credit that is not conducive of a credit history of having credit accounts, having credit cards, having auto loans, having pay histories. You can have a 780 credit score, but if you don't have a sufficient pay history, we're not going to be able to finance you. And even the credit bureaus have taken a stand on that, and the credit scores are more based on your pay history and not just the credit that you have established. So it's going to look at if you have high balances on your credit cards, if you're using authorized user accounts. They're going to pay attention to all those things while calibrating and generating your credit score.
How about disputes? Can you let people know disputes? Does that hurt you?
Well, I'll tell you what I do with disputes. I can't sell a loan to the agencies after it closes. I can't get a loan service that has disputes on it. So I decline the disputes or we run the loan through the automated underwriting engine or have the underwriter take a look at the loan. And there's a 99% chance that we're going to decline it with the disputes on it.
So now, guys, when you hear me telling you, if you work with one of my team members, they tell you we can't work with you because you have disputes. Now you understand why we have to remove those disputes before we can get you qualified for a mortgage. All right. I have another biggie here. A lot of people have been beating me up about what does it take? What is the mortgage process? What is the mortgage process? How much money am I paying every month? Can you break down when someone qualifies for a mortgage, what their process in terms of monthly payment, how that play all out?
So you pay your principal and interest, which is The principal consists of the loan amount. So if you have $100,000 loan, your principal is the $100,000. Your interest is the interest we charge you for lending you the money. So if your interest is 3%, we're going to charge you 3% on that money amortized over typically a 30-year mortgage. Then we have the taxes, which is your real estate taxes, which is included in the payment, and that'll be divided by 12. Your homeowner's insurance, which is the insurance that you hold to protect your contents, to protect the dwelling, to protect any outside dwelling, outside buildings that you may have on your property, or maybe your plumbing and maybe some of your heating. Gotcha. Appliances that are in the house. And then we have mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance is charged to you by the lender to protect them in case you default on the mortgage payment. So if you go into foreclosure, if you fail to pay, the mortgage insurance compensates the borrower, and you are responsible for paying that.
Gotcha. Round table, guys. The round table is really kicking it in right now. So listen, she's going to be doing a class for any of the consumers out there, anybody sitting home who can't really figure this out, who can't really get this. She's doing a class, and I believe it's May 23rd. May 23rd, I believe, correct?
Yes, May 23rd. We're offering the classes. If you want to learn more, if you want to know more about the mortgage process, you can always reach out to us at mortgage.finance.goddess@gmail.com, or you can go to Instagram and check us out at mortgage.finance.goddess. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. We have videos uploaded on the page. You can always inbox me if you have any questions. The classes fill up really quick, so make sure that you get in as soon as possible.
Now, we're going to be talking about some of this same stuff at your class?
We are going to talk about some of these same things, but we're going to go in deeper. And you have the chance to ask me one-on-one questions and have time to just kind of pick my brain, which is, I feel as though that's huge.
Okay. So guys, you hear that? I'm talking about May 23rd. She's putting together a class for those individuals who may have wanted to go, who sit home or making $50,000 or $60,000, and they trying to, they're renting, they're paying these high rents, $1,400, $1,800, and you're just confused on what to do. Should I buy a house? Should I keep renting? This is a class you want to attend. And this way you get all your questions answered. You're not listening to your uncle, your brother, your co-worker, because everybody has a different story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? G&J Financial Services, we've been around for so long, but at the end of the day, I don't have all the answers. They make the rules. I just follow them.
And I want to chime in on that. A lot of times people go to the smartest person that they know, the most successful person that they know, and they ask mortgage questions, whether it's your dad or your uncle that has a home, or they have a lot of money, or they go to their accountant, or they go to their realtor, or they go to their attorney. These people do not have mortgage finance experience. They do not know the process. Your loan officer really has to come to me, a person like me, or a person that works for me, to know what the process is. They're coming to us with a scenario, and we're letting them know. So to have a person that is well-versed in credit risk underwriting and operations to be able to give you guidance is phenomenal. I really, really, really am excited about being able to offer the class to people. People have so much misinformation. A lot of things fall through because people are just not knowledgeable. And I really teach you the process, how to be mortgage ready, how to speak the vocabulary and the vernacular, and to be able to be confident. This is the largest largest financial transaction for 85% of people is to purchase a home. This is the largest thing that you will ever do. People live with each other and they don't know how much money the person may have in the bank or how much money they make for a living. And you divulge all the information to me when you come to me to get a loan. So I want to make sure that you're as knowledgeable about that process and you're as comfortable with their process, because it can be overwhelming. And when you have a person that you trust that's not that knowledgeable, you can get into a lot of trouble. So definitely check us out for the class.
Wow. I can't. Listen, guys, we got to sign off, but the round table was brought to you today. because there was a lot of information. I got a lot of DMs about, listen, we need to know answers. So I went and got some answers. I went and found a good friend of mine who I've known for 20 plus years myself. And I know this young lady can do what she said she can do. And not to mention, here's what I tell people. It's a takeaway. When you want to learn something, you go find the people that's doing it, who have been doing it, who's great at doing it, and learn it from them. Don't go by what you think and what you see. Go by who's doing it. Listen, guys, we got to sign off. Take care. We look for you at the class, May 23rd. Link is in the bio. Go to her website one more time.
Mortgage.finance.goddess@gmail.com. And you can go to Instagram at mortgage.finance.goddess.
And I'll tag it on my page as well. So you'll have a link to my page to link over to her class. All right, guys, take care. Look for you soon.